Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moment. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Battle Through the Heavens Part 180 based on novel. So let's start. A great heat radiated from the dark red medicinal cauldron, causing the temperature grow hot and the air to become dry. Refining a Tier 8 medicinal pill was extremely complicated. Nearly 100 different types of medicinal ingredients were involved. An ordinary alchemist could forget about the refinement process. They would have their hands full just controlling these medicinal ingredients in the air. Of course, this did not pose the slightest problem for Xiao Yan's mighty ocean-like spiritual strength. Numerous high-grade medicinal ingredients that most alchemists present had never even heard of were thrown into the medicinal cauldron. The flame within the cauldron only needed to randomly sweep over before the pure medicinal strength in the medicinal ingredient was perfectly refined. Finally, the pure energies would remain suspended in the medicinal cauldron. They were packed together while emitting a shockingly pure energy. The first start pill was a medicinal pill that could attract a 5-colored pill lightning. A medicinal pill of this grade did not pose much of a problem for the current Xiao Yan. After years of training, Xiao Yan's spiritual strength was much greater than what it had been at the pill gathering. Hence, this first start pill might be extremely troublesome to refine, but the refinement proceeded smoothly for Xiao Yan. The refinement of medicinal pills, especially a Tier 8 medicinal pill, was a time-consuming task. Even with the aid of a heavenly flame, half a day had passed by the time Xiao Yan had fully refined all the medicinal ingredients. The alchemists in the square were completely immersed by Xiao Yan's smooth pill refinement process. None of them had realized so much time had passed. At the same time, the respect in their eyes was becoming richer. Xiao Yan's techniques were really too mysterious to them. None of the alchemist grandmasters they had met before could reach Xiao Yan's ability. 3 days quietly passed amid this quiet atmosphere. The number of alchemists whom Xiao Yan had attracted increased. Some of the alchemists who were not from the pill hall but were temporarily staying in the mysterious yellow fortress also hurried over after hearing about the refinement, causing the area around the pill hall to fill with people. There were even many people standing in the sky. With the increasing commotion, some experts who were not alchemists also hurried over. Due to the matter of the profound lion sect, quite a number of factions and experts had sought refuge with the Yang Alliance. Some of these people had left after the profound lion sect was defeated while many had remained. Currently, all of them had been attracted by the pill refinement. As the number of observers continued to increase, Kalin had no choice but to dispatch the experts from the Yang Alliance to maintain order and prevent any disturbances from interfering with Xiao Yan's pill refinement. Another 3 days passed as a countless number of people observed this process. Bang! On the 8th day after Xiao Yan became immersed in his pill refinement, thunder suddenly rumbled across the clear sky. Some of the experts with sharp senses discovered that the energy around them had become violent. While a disturbance had occurred because of these changes, thick dark clouds suddenly began to appear in the sky without warning. Numerous silver snake-like bolts of lightning vaguely shuttled through the clouds. A commotion appeared in the mysterious yellow fortress when everyone saw thunder clouds suddenly cover the clear sky. The expressions of many experts drastically changed. They could sense the terrifying energy contained within these thunder clouds. If the energy poured down, it would likely destroy half of the mysterious yellow fortress. While the mysterious yellow fortress had turned into an uproar, Xiao Yan, who had been seated on the stone stage, slowly opened his eyes. The thunder clouds seemed to have been sparked by something as they churned and became more brilliant. Within a short 2 minutes, the dark black thunder clouds had turned into brilliant 5-colored thunder clouds in front of the many startled eyes. Is this the legendary pill lightning? A devotion and excitement surfaced on the faces of all the alchemists present as they studied the 5-colored thunder cloud in the sky. This kind of pill lightning was something that many alchemists were unable to summon even after spending their entire life attempting to do so. It is really a 5-colored pill lightning. Gu He and Fa Ma studied the sky, and Gu He softly sighed. His heart felt somewhat defeated as he stared at the skinny figure. No wonder Yun ultimately loved him. This talent was something that Gu He had to admit that he did not have. Bang! An intense thunder suddenly reverberated while the thunder clouds churned in the sky. The cloud layer suddenly broke apart as a 1,000-foot-long 5-colored pill lightning suddenly blasted down towards Xiao Yan below in front of many shocked pairs of eyes. Upon sensing the frightening energy contained within the 5-colored pill lightning, even the expressions of Kaylin's group involuntarily changed. Xiao Yan slowly lifted his head and glanced at the 5-colored pill lightning as it tore through the sky and rushed over like an enormous dragon. With a flick of his finger, a dark golden body appeared. The dark golden body ruthlessly collided with the pill lightning. The two collided and that incomparably ferocious pill lightning disappeared in an instant, causing many people to reveal stunned faces. Their eyes carefully glanced over, and they discovered an expressionless hollow-eyed puppet. It was Xiao Yang's sky demon puppet. Rumble. The thunder clouds in the sky seemed to have been angered after the sky demon puppet devoured the pill lightning. Numerous 5-colored lightning pillars came pouring down in a crazy fashion. However, none of them broke through the sky demon puppet's defense. These uncontrollable thunderbolts continued for nearly 10 minutes before the clouds gradually paled. The frightening thunder clouds slowly disappeared in front of many frightened eyes. A Tier 8 medicinal pill lightning is indeed frightening. Such a strength is something that even some elite dozens cannot endure. Many people present quietly clicked their tongues after watching the pill lightning slowly disappear. A medicinal pill of such a tier really could not be refined by an ordinary person. Xiao Yan beckoned with his hand after seeing the pill lightning disappear. He returned the sky demon puppet to his storage ring. With a flick of his finger, the cauldron cover was pulled open. A rainbow color explosively shot away with lightning-like speed. It was just about to flee into the distance when Xiao Yan reached out with his hand. An invisible wind firmly restrained the pill before it was eventually sucked to his palm. It was subsequently stuffed into a jade bottle that was then thrown into his storage ring. Alliance Chief is mighty. A deafening cheer immediately resounded when everyone saw Xiao Yan successfully refine the pill. Many alchemists' faces were red as their eyes stared at Xiao Yan with a fiery heat. This was the first time that they had ever seen an alchemist of this tier and a pill lightning of this level. Xiao Yan smiled when he heard these overwhelming cheers. He smiled and gently pressed his hands down. His eyes slowly swept over the faces of all the alchemists present. Finally, they paused on Liu Chang and Wu Zhen's faces. At this moment, their expressions were a little unnatural, and they did not dare to meet Xiao Yan's eyes. This pill refinement is only one of the reasons I have come to the pill hall this time around. The entire place became completely silent when everyone heard Xiao Yan's faint voice. Some people began to feel uneasy. They seemed to predict what was going to happen. The pill hall is one department of the Yang Alliance. Its status is no different than the other halls, but some people have begun to gain an arrogance during these years. They ignore the Yang Alliance and act selfishly, resulting in an internal disharmony. This is a great offense. Xiao Yan's expression slowly became cold. His chilling cry echoed next to everyone's ears. I have a list of names here. Everyone on it has a charge against them. Xiao Yan clenched his hand and a scroll appeared in it. He subsequently tossed it to Kaylin and commanded in a deep voice, "Read." Many people trembled when they heard Xiao Yan's deep voice. A chill appeared in their hearts. Kaylin received the scroll. Her pretty eyes coldly swept over everyone present. The names recorded on it were those who were the most arrogant. Some had even caused a lot of trouble, but these troubles were eventually swept away. In the past, she had worried about the pill hall, so she could only tolerate these grievances. However, with Xiao Yan's return, such worry had completely disappeared. Pill Hall First Department, Hu Ju, ignores orders and acts arrogantly. He once delayed the delivery of medicinal pills due to some personal matters, resulting in the deaths of hundreds of Yang Alliance brothers. Pill Hall Second Department, He Yuan Ming, secretly pocketed the medicinal ingredients of the Yang Alliance. Not only did he not plead guilty after being exposed, he even injured the person who had exposed him. Pill Hall First Department. The faces of some of the alchemists within the pill hall suddenly turned pale when they heard the many names that were spoken from Cai Lin's mouth. Pill Hall elders Liu Chang and Wu Zhen, becoming arrogant because of their contributions, not obeying orders, and withdrawing from battle. They have secretly sold Yang Alliance medicinal pills and pocketed the profits. The square turned into an uproar when Kaylin's final cold cry sounded. Liu Chang and Wu Zhen's expressions paled. It was unexpected that Xiao Yan would dare to act against them. A country has its laws and an alliance has its own rules. Those that have been mentioned will be dealt with according to the alliance rules. No one will be spared. Xiao Yan spoke in a faint voice. Alliance chief. Liu Chang and Wu Zhen suddenly stood up and furiously cried out, "The both of us are Tier 7 high-grade alchemists. Both of us have helped develop the Pill Hall to its current state. Are you planning to get rid of us now that it has become successful? Your merit does not make up for your mistakes. The Yang Alliance is not a loose organization. No one can break its rules." Xiao Yan coldly cried out. There would be no standards without rules. If the Pill Hall were allowed to continue along this path, internal discord would soon form within the Yang Alliance. Hence, Xiao Yan would not show mercy if he really needed to be ruthless. Bastard! Who cares about this Pill Hall elder position? This elderly self will quit. Liu Chang and Wu Zhen's faces alternated between green and white. A moment later, they coldly laughed. With a wave of their sleeves, they cried out loud, "Will anyone leave with the two of us?" Upon hearing this cry, the alchemists in the square glanced at each other. Finally, some of their close confidants and some of the names that had been read, who knew that they would be down on their luck if they stayed, hurriedly walked forward and followed Liu Chang's group. Liu Chang and Wu Zhen involuntarily smiled in a pleased manner when they saw these people. They looked at Xiao Yan and said, "Alliance chief, if this place does not allow us to stay, there will be another that will. Goodbye." A smile suddenly appeared on Xiao Yan's face as he stared at the duo, who had coldly smiled and turned around. He slowly asked, "Kaylin, what kind of punishment awaits those who privately betray the alliance and leave?" An icy-cold arc lifted on the corner of Kaylin's lips when she heard this. She replied in a faint voice, "Death without mercy." Liu Chang's group, who had just turned around and left, suddenly stilled when they heard Kaylin's words. Liu Chang's group's footsteps immediately stilled when they heard Kaylin's icy-cold voice. A moment later, Liu Chang and Wu Zhen suddenly turned their heads. They furiously demanded, "Why? Does the Yang Alliance intend to kill all of us in front of so many people?" Xiao Yan placed his hands behind his back. His eyes indifferently studied Liu Chang's group. Many of them were displaying their panic. A faint voice resounded beside everyone's ears, "The Yang Alliance has its own rules. This is not some loose organization. It is all right if someone wishes to withdraw from the Yang Alliance. However, if one wishes to withdraw as an excuse to escape punishment after committing a crime, would one not be treating the Yang Alliance like child's play? During these years, the two of you have been overly arrogant, causing trouble for my Pill Hall and resulting in the disunity of the Yang Alliance. This is a great crime. If it can be resolved by just quitting, would it not mean that anyone who broke the rules of my Yang Alliance could just leave peacefully by quitting the Yang Alliance? In that case, is it even necessary for my Yang Alliance to exist?" Xiao Yan's expression was ice-cold. The murderous desire in his heart became even denser. These two were like termites. If they were allowed to safely leave, all of Yang Alliance's rules would become a joke. Once this precedent was set, how would he be able to control the masses? Those alchemists from the Pill Hall lowered their heads when they heard Xiao Yan's cold and stern cry. They had indeed become arrogant during these years because of their unique status within the Yang Alliance. Perspiration rained down from them while Xiao Yan reprimanded them in a cold fashion. Liu Chang and Wu Zhen's faces twitched. Their hearts panicked a little when they sensed the icy-cold looks that the surrounding members of the Yang Alliance were giving them. The development of this situation had exceeded their expectations. Originally, with their Tier 7 high-grade alchemist status, they would be treated like VIPs no matter where they went. It was unexpected that Xiao Yan would actually be this rude. "What do you plan on doing?" Liu Chang grit his teeth and asked. "It is not what I plan to do. I will perform as the Alliance rules state. Xiao Yan faintly replied. The expressions of Liu Chang and Wu Zhen drastically changed when they heard this. According to the rules of the Yang Alliance, their offenses would require them to die a couple of times to make up for their crimes. Capture them. Kaylin's face was cold as she gave an order. Understood. The surrounding experts of the Yang Alliance, who were awaiting orders, immediately rushed toward Liu Chang's group upon hearing Kaylin's cry. Bastard, do you think that the two of us are afraid of you? Liu Chang and Wu Zhen really began to panic when they saw the experts move. A furious cry sounded as Do Qi surged from their bodies. They forcefully pushed aside the few Yang Alliance experts who had arrived beside them. Their bodies moved, and they turned into light figures that tried to flee into the distance. Trying to flee? Xiao Yan lifted his eyebrows. His mouth revealed a cold smile as his palm grabbed toward the two. The surrounding space instantly stilled and the two figures were trapped within. Xiao Yan randomly threw these two captured individuals back, and they violently smashed into the ground. A powerful strength caused the duo to spit out a mouthful of fresh blood. Their expressions were ghastly. Before they could cry out, numerous long spears with cold glints paused near their heads. Alliance Chief, sir, please let the both of us off. We will definitely do our best for the Yang Alliance in the future. The Do Qi within their bodies had forcefully been scattered by Xiao Yan's palm earlier. Only at this moment did Liu Chang and Wu Zhen become terrified. They hurriedly cried out together. The rules of the Yang Alliance will not be changed because of anyone or any events. Xiao Yan glanced indifferently at these two individuals. He waved his sleeve and a group of Yang Alliance experts captured the two of them like wolves and tigers. They were dragged into the deepest part of the pill hall. Those traitors who had planned to follow the two of them were all captured and dragged away. In an instant, desolate screeches reverberated over the square. Those miserable cries gradually became distant and the square became quiet. Those alchemists present were covered in a cold sweat. None of them dared to utter a word. His heart trembled when he heard Xiao Yan's sudden voice. He immediately and respectfully responded. Being the chief of the pill hall, you have a responsibility that you cannot shirk for allowing the pill hall to turn into this state. From today on, you will be demoted from the hall chief to a deputy hall chief. Grandmaster Fa Ma will be promoted from the position of elder to the new pill hall's chief. He and Fa Ma quickly acknowledged the changes when they heard Xiao Yang's faint voice. The current Xiao Yang was no longer the Xiao Yang from back then. The current Xiao Yang possessed an absolute strength to deal with anyone. Since there are punishments, there will naturally be rewards. The Yang Alliance has developed greatly during these years. This is an ancient method to train one's soul. It will be able to help an alchemist break through to the 8th tier. All the alchemists of the pill hall who have reached the 7th tier will be able to obtain it after making a certain amount of contributions. Those of a lower tier will be able to obtain a portion of it to train their spirits after making a certain amount of contributions to the Yang Alliance. It will enable all of you to increase the rate at which your alchemist tier improves. I hope that everyone will practice hard. Xiao Yan flicked his finger after his word sounded. A scroll flew toward the stunned Fa Ma and He. This, an ancient method to train one's soul? There were many alchemists present. Moreover, there were some alchemists who did not belong to the Yang Alliance. However, all of their faces revealed a disbelief when they heard Xiao Yan's words. They were clearly aware of just how important one's spiritual strength was to an alchemist, but none of them had ever heard that it was possible to train one's spirit. At the same time, they were aware that Xiao Yan would not make a false claim in public given his status, so all of their eyes became fiery hot. It is unexpected that there is such a benefit for joining the pill hall. It seems that I must find an opportunity to join it. Those alchemists present stared at He and Fa Ma with envious eyes as this thought appeared in their hearts. The Yang Alliance might have extremely strict rules, but they could be endured if they were able to strengthen themselves. Moreover, Liu Chang's group from earlier had completely brought it on themselves. With those crimes, any other factions or sects would have long since executed them. They would not even be given the time to argue. Fa Ma and Gu, his trembling hands held the scroll in front of many fiery hot eyes. They had heard that it was indeed possible to train one's spirit, but that method had long been lost. It was unexpected that Xiao Yan actually possessed such a method. Moreover, he was willing to give it to the both of them. The hearts of those two were incredibly excited, but they did not know that this was only a portion of the method, yet this portion benefited their current states. If they performed extensive contributions in the future, Xiao Yang would naturally give the rest of the method to them. Kaylin quietly sighed in relief when she saw the square suddenly become unusually excited. She was worried that harshly punishing Liu Chang's group would result in people being afraid of the Yang alliance. It was unexpected that Xiao Yang understood the theory of the carrot and the stick. By acting ruthless and subsequently relaxing, he had managed to subdue all of these prideful fellows. Even someone like Gu, he was displaying a face that showed his heartfelt gratitude. This person has matured even more compared to back then. Kaylin turned her head, glanced at the side of Xiao Yang's face, and softly muttered in her heart. Kaylin clearly understood in her heart that the pill hall would definitely change for the better after this incident today. With this deterrence, such incidents would probably not happen again in the future. Without the pill hall as an evolving cancer, the Yang alliance would continue to develop and would truly dominate the northwestern region of the continent. Xiao Yan rested for 2 days in the mysterious Yellow Fortress after resolving the issues regarding the pill hall. He was a little tired after refining a Tier 8 medicinal pill. Is this first start pill really suitable for Xiao Xiao? Within a room where a hidden fragrance lingered, Kaylin watched Xiao Yang take out the Tier 8 medicinal pill he had refined a couple of days earlier. She asked him a question in a worried manner. The medicinal strength of a Tier 8 medicinal pill was quite high. Xiao Xiao's constitution might already be very strong, but Kaylin was still a little worried. Relax, the first start pill might be considered a Tier 8 medicinal pill, but its medicinal effects are extremely gentle. It is most suitable for the current Xiao Xiao. The medicinal strength within it will continue to remain inside Xiao Xiao's body and will improve her constitution as she grows, causing her to become perfect. Xiao Yang smiled and replied. One might not become perfect after consuming the first start pill by itself, but Xiao Xiao already possessed an extremely good foundation, so all he would be doing was stabilizing this foundation. Kaylin could only nod her head when she heard Xiao Yang's response. She simply watched as Xiao Yang gently placed the medicinal pill into the little mouth of the curious Xiao Xiao, whose dark black eyes were wandering around the room. The medicinal pill turned into a cluster of gentle light that seeped into Xiao Xiao's body after she consumed it. After which, it slowly stopped in her lower abdomen. Light was slowly emitted as Xiao Xiao sneezed. Both of her eyes were shut since she had become somewhat tired. This is the initial scattering of the medicinal strength. All we need to do is wait for her to wake, Xiao Yang smiled as he explained. Kaylin gently nodded after hearing this explanation. She bowed her delicate body and gently rubbed her hand over Xiao Xiao's body. Her bewitching face revealed a charm that was filled with a motherly love. Xiao Yang was a little absent-minded as he watched her. He softly said, "Big brother has asked us to hold a simple Xiao clan wedding to marry you into the Xiao clan. What do you say?" Kaylin's body trembled when she heard Xiao Yang's words. Xiao Yang slowly walked forward when he saw Kaylin's somewhat stiff yet lovely body. Her normally cold expression was being replaced by an extremely rare bright red color. At a glance, she appeared even more bewitching. Xiao Yang's heart became slightly heated when he saw her enchanting reaction. His arm hugged that narrow and seemingly boneless waist. A slight smile appeared as he gently kissed Kaylin with her slightly emotional eyes. Lust quietly filled the warm room. After resolving the war with the profound lion sect and the trouble within the pill hall, Xiao Yang relaxed during the period of time that followed. The Yang alliance might be huge, but it had done well under the management of Kaylin, Xiao Ding, and the others. They would naturally arrange everything after the big battle. There was no need for Xiao Yang to intervene. Thus, Xiao Yang was happy to have some time for leisure. He left little Xiao Xiao alone and properly enjoyed the feeling of being a father. During this period of time, Xiao Yang also used some of his free time to open the wormhole scroll that Yao Lao had given him. The mysterious Yellow Fortress was not far from the Jioma Empire, and this place was an extremely important location. Hence, the wormhole that led to the Falling Star Pavilion was connected to the mysterious Yellow Fortress. Regardless of which side faced trouble in the future, one party would be able to reinforce the other with great speed. The establishment of the wormhole would undoubtedly allow the Yang Alliance's hidden strength to soar. With the Falling Star Pavilion supporting it, a second faction would not be able to compete with the Yang Alliance in this northwestern region. Dominating the northwestern part of the continent was only a matter of time. During this period of time, Xiao Yan also obtained some of the information regarding the development of the Yang Alliance. The thing that caused Xiao Yan to be surprised was that Xiao's Gate, the faction his second brother, Xiao Li, had established in the Black Corner region, had also joined the Yang Alliance a couple of years ago. It was also a location that the Yang Alliance could expand to in the future. With the support of the Yang Alliance and Pan's Gate, which Xiao Yan had founded in the Inner Academy, the development of Xiao's Gate was also quite impressive. It had vaguely become a great existence within the Black Corner region. Once the time was ripe in the future, the many factions that were owned by Xiao Yan, like the Yang Alliance, Xiao's Gate, and the Falling Star Pavilion, would completely merge. It would become a powerful faction that spread over 3 large regions of the Dochi continent. Its potential was indeed limitless. The 3 Xiao brothers had gathered within a quiet courtyard deep within the Yang Alliance. Kaylin was playing with Xiao Xiao a short distance away. The crisp laughter of the little girl unceasingly appeared within the courtyard, filling it with liveliness. It had been many years since Xiao Yang had enjoyed such a peaceful time. Xiao Yang involuntarily smiled when he saw the enchanting expression that surfaced on Cai Lin's cold face while she played with Xiao Xiao. As long as she was in front of Xiao Xiao, the deputy chief of the Yang Alliance, who appeared icy cold in the eyes of others, seemed to undergo a transformation into a great beauty filled with a mother's love. Her warmth caused the heart of anyone looking at her to quiver. During this period of time, Xiao Yang and Kaylin had also held a simple Xiao clan wedding conducted by Xiao Li and Xiao Ding. This wedding was not grand since only Xiao Ding and Xiao Li attended it. No great fanfare was held either, but it was said that an elder brother was like one's father. It could be considered a serious ceremony with Xiao Ding and Xiao Li present. Regardless of what the case was, the things that Kaylin had done for the Xiao clan and the Yang Alliance were enough to make Xiao Yang feel guilty. He need to give her this status. Xiao Ding and Xiao Li heard of Xiao Yang's the various experiences over these years as they sat within the courtyard. They were involuntarily shaken by the many narrow misses. Their lives during these years had not been relaxing because of the Yang Alliance, but Xiao Yang had frequently charged through danger, and things had been quite difficult for him during these years. The both of them softly sighed when they thought about this. They studied the side of the mature and firm face of the young man in front of them. The burdens of the entire Xiao clan weighed down on him. Anyone else would already have collapsed from the pressure, but Xiao Yang had done his best to become stronger for the Xiao clan and to rescue their father. Third brother, it has been tough on you these years. Xiao Yang was startled when he heard his big brother Xiao Ding's abrupt words. He softly replied, "What is this little hardship if it will allow our family to reunite? Big brother and second brother are even willing to sacrifice their lives for me. I would be too inhumane if I did not work hard to improve." The 3 brothers exchanged glances after hearing Xiao Yang's words. They smiled with a common understanding. There was no need to say anything else to someone with a blood relation which was closer than anything. Kaylin some distance away revealed a faint grin on her face when she saw the 3 smiling brothers. This feeling of having a family caused her heart to feel extremely comfortable. The effort she had put in these years was worthwhile. It is unexpected that our Xiao clan possesses such a history. Surprise surfaced on Xiao Ding and Xiao Li's faces when they heard Xiao Yang describe the matters related to the Xiao clan in detail within the courtyard. They had not expected their Xiao clan, who only had a small reputation in Wutan City, to actually be from that Xiao clan. The Xiao clan from the 8 ancient clans renowned throughout the Dochi continent. However, our Xiao clan's bloodline strength has been exhausted. The final amount of it has been passed to me by ancestor Xiao Xian, Xiao Yang softly sighed. His body shrank in the spacious chair as he said, the reason that the Xiao clan has attracted the probing of a large faction like the Hall of Souls is precisely because this Xiao family was once that Xiao clan. However, you said that the bloodline strength of the Xiao clan has been exhausted. Why would the Hall of Souls attack us? Based on the information that I have obtained, it seems that the Hall of Souls plans to capture everyone with the blood of our Xiao clan. Xiao Ding knit his brows and voiced his thoughts. Xiao Yang's finger gently tapped on the armrest of the chair. There was some doubt between his brows. Just what were those people from the Hall of Souls planning to do? The bodies of the current members of the Xiao clan no longer possessed even the least bit of bloodline strength. What was the point of capturing them? Could it be that they were planning to use these people as hostage to get him to hand over the Tushi ancient god Jade? However, just his father as hostage was enough. Capturing the others was unnecessary. I wonder what those people from the Hall of Souls are up to. Xiao Yang shook his head, but his heart became a little more cautious. The Hall of Souls usually did not do anything that was meaningless. Since they were interested in the Xiao clan, they definitely had a motive. Relax, the current Xiao clan is gradually developing. Its members have been scattered by us in the Yang Alliance. It is impossible for the Hall of Souls to capture all of them. Once our faction becomes strong in the future, we will gather all the scattered clan members again. Xiao Ding faintly smiled and explained when he saw Xiao Yang frowning. Xiao Yang gently nodded. Big Brother really had a way of doing things. After having experienced those matters from back then, he would naturally not let them easily occur again. Second brother, this is a secret technique scroll. You can practice it as it instructs. You can also pass it to some outstanding clan members. Xiao Yang mused for a moment before taking out the Skyfire 3 mysterious change and handing it to Xiao Li. The Skyfire 3 mysterious change had been created by ancestor Xiao Xian. It used a special method to allow the clan members to practice and create a clan tattoo. Although his clan members no longer possessed any bloodline strength and were unable to unleash the full strength of the clan tattoo, it was still able to significantly increase one's strength. The flames that were required to practice the Skyfire 3 mysterious change did not necessarily need to be heavenly flames. They only needed to find some beast flames that were a little inferior. Xiao Li accepted the scroll that Xiao Yang handed him. He was aware that Xiao Yang did not possess any subpar things. Since Xiao Yang had said that it was useful, Xiao Li would naturally not doubt him. The situation of the Yang Alliance has been settled. I will not intervene in the remaining matters. Therefore, I will be hurrying back to the Central Plains in 2 days. Xiao Yang voiced his thoughts after seeing Xiao Li accept the scroll. So soon? Xiao Ding and Xiao Li spoke somewhat unwillingly when they heard his words. Ha ha, the wormhole between the Yang Alliance and the Falling Star Pavilion has been built. One will not need to take too much time to travel between those two places. The both of you can head over and take a look if you have the time. I will inform the Falling Star Pavilion. Xiao Yang smiled as he spoke to them. After counting the days, the so-called spatial trade fair was about to begin. He needed to hurry back as soon as possible. The purifying demonic lotus flame was far too important to him. If he were able to obtain it, he might be able to break through the Dozhan class. Only when one truly reached the Doshan class would one have the qualification to fight with a faction like the Hall of Souls. Otherwise, Xiao Yang would not dare to head over and rescue his father. You are leaving the day after tomorrow? Kaylin had also heard these words. She pulled Xiao Xiao over and asked. This time around, you should also return with me to the Falling Star Pavilion to meet teacher. Xiao Yang softly laughed. He regarded Yao Lao like a father. Now that Kaylin was his wife, she would naturally have to meet him. That old mister from back then? Kaylin rolled her eyes as she inquired. If she had not been afraid of Xiao Yang's teacher, she, as the queen of the Snake People tribe, would have killed Xiao Yang many times over. Xiao Yang nodded. He squatted down, patted Xiao Xiao's head, and softly said, additionally, we will bring Xiao Xiao to the Falling Star Pavilion. It is the safest place I know of. Moreover, teacher can instruct her. The current her can already begin training. An unwillingness flashed across Kaylin's eyes when she heard Xiao Yang's words, but she still nodded in agreement. She was aware that Xiao Yan was doing this for Xiao Xiao's sake. Xiao Yan slightly smiled after issuing his instructions. He lifted his head and looked in the direction of the wormhole. Purifying demonic lotus flame, it had been over a decade. I am finally getting closer to you. This video will end here.